You know, ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing a lot of thinking recently. And now this ain't an existential crisis, one where our existence has no meaning. I've been thinking more about our sport, Airsoft. And recently I watched a video by US Airsoft who reposted a video. And there goes the air compressor. Recently I watched a video. I'm going to walk over here real quick, away from the air compressor. I watched a video recently from US Airsoft, who reposted an Instagram video, or at least a Facebook video, I think. And the guy, my ducks came out to say hi. I recently watched a video talking about how our sport needs to change. And I completely agree with it, because our sport is becoming more and more, I don't want to say toxic, because that word has been used to high hell. And the thing is, our sport recently has went and kind of gone to this elitist mindset. I have seen this time and time again in the comments section from one or two users whenever I do a economy gun review or I do a takedown guide. They basically say that, oh, you shouldn't pay for that. You should be more or less, you should look at this. They should pay for this instead. They can't believe that there is a bracket of the income that is below the middle class and upper middle class, that there is in fact a lower class still. And that is something I don't like. That is just something that blows my mind and boggles me, that these people still want these kids, essentially, because that's who gets introduced to our sport, is kids, veterans, people who just want to get into our sport, but they don't want to pay a lot of money for guns. They just want to get into it and have fun. They want to be casual players. Hello, chicken. One of my chickens. Hi. Hey. Bark, bark. One of my free roamers. And that just makes me sad a bit, because I talk to a lot of the old timers, and I mean the old school airsofters, the veterans, the guys who were here at the very beginning of the sport, and would talk about how a lot of their first guns that they played with for the first 2 years when they were casual players were the economy guns. They were the Double Eagles. They were some of the Springers. They were some of these guns that you'd think were bad, but in reality were actually pretty good. I got a co-host now. I do. And this is what really kind of makes me sad, because I want to share with you a story. This was at a game back before I had a GoPro, and this kid came around with a cheap Springer Dragunov. I'm talking all polymer Dragunov, paid maybe, I want to say probably under $80 for it. Maybe even under $70 for it. The guy I was with was rocking like the expensive Classic Army, I think an M4, like custom M4, I think. Again, this happened like 2016, 2017, like way back. No, not even then. It was like 2015, 2016 when this happened. And he basically started berating the kid. Basically told the kid that, oh, you shouldn't have paid that for that. You should have went with the actual real sword Dragunov. You should have went with the other Dragunovs that are actually a little more expensive. The kid's dad bought it for him for his birthday. His dad is a factory worker, which I haven't talked with the kid in a long time. I think his dad actually got a promotion recently, or last I talked to him, I think his dad got a promotion at the factory he works at, so he's making a little bit more money, a little bit above minimum wage, I think. But before, he couldn't really afford all that much, and when looking around for airsoft guns, and I even talked to the dad himself, and I remember what he said. He said he looked at all these prices, and for the price tag that it was, he would have bought his kid an actual 22 for the prices. But for a toy, keyword there, toy, for his son to go out and have fun and get out of the house and stop playing video games all the time, he just wanted to pay maybe $100. That's it. He wanted to pay only $100 for it, and he wanted to get his kid something that he liked. His kid liked rocking a Dragunov in Call of Duty, so he got his kid a Dragunov that was, not expensive, but something he could afford for the kid's birthday. That was his one big gift. And that right there should say it all for you, ladies and gentlemen. Because as much as I want to say, yeah, no, you shouldn't, like, if you really are wanting to get serious for Airsoft, yeah, sure, you should at least pay a little bit more for a good gun, but at the same time, if you can't afford a good gun, then yes, buy something that will hold you over till you can save up your money and you can get something. But don't try and break your wallet. Don't try to spend what you don't have. And that's what I think a lot of these elitists and a lot of these people who are trying to push for these kids to actually do is pay for what they don't have. They want them to try and get their folks or, someone of that nature to pay more than they have. That's not cool, in my opinion. I don't like that. Airsoft needs to change. I completely agree. We need to change from the elitist mindset of saying, oh, we're going to go out there and we're going to get all the kills today. We need to change it to, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to have fun. And we need to expand that. We need to say, hey, I'm going out there and I'm going to have fun what I have. We're going to go out there and we're going to have fun with, what we can afford. Because I have seen kids go out there with the CM22. You can actually find the gameplay of it. It was at Op 31. This kid came out with a CM22 and actually played. He had fun. And it didn't matter. I even let some of these kids use some of my guns. It was at my birthday, I believe. It was one of my birthday battles. Some of these kids didn't have airsoft guns, and all they had were like little, they didn't have airsoft guns at all. Some of the kids that came with them. So I would let them use some of my guns, because I'm that nice of a guy. I will let you use an airsoft gun in my collection if you don't have one. It doesn't matter if it's one of my more upgrade economy guns, or even, one of my more expensive guns. I want you to have fun. I don't want you to go in there thinking, oh, you're going to be the best elitist gamer of all time. You're going to go in there and you're going to get all the kills. No, I want you to come in to have fun. That's what I want the mindset for Airsoft to be, and I completely agree with a lot of these guys, even a lot of the old school Airsofters who are now getting out of the sport because it's changing so much. I fully believe that we need to make it fun again. We don't need to make it realistic. We need to make Airsoft fun again. And you know what? I'm not going to try and attack communities. I'm not going to try and say anything. If you like Milsim, that's fine. If you like Speedsoft, that's fine. If you like HPA, that's fine. What I'm saying is that don't try to force people. Don't try to get them to pay more than they have. I know comments going to probably say, oh, but you're trying to get people to... No, I'm just telling people what's available. I'm telling people if it's good, it's good. I'm basically showing people what's good in Airsoft for the price tag and what isn't. And I'm saying this as someone who himself doesn't really have a lot of money on hand. I mean, hell, if I was to go out now and probably try and buy a new Airsoft gun, I couldn't. I couldn't afford it. I really couldn't. But that's just me. Either way, though, I've spoken my piece, ladies and gentlemen, and to those of you who have sounded off in the comment section before trying to basically be that unknown elitist, or you're pushing that sort of, spend what you don't have agenda, you're going to sound off either way. For those of you who actually do agree with what I'm saying, sound off in the comments section. For those of you who have seen this kind of mindset and have actually talked to these kinds of people and who have actually seen this kind of hate, who have actually seen this sort of thing on the field, sound off also, because I want to hear from you guys. Because with the pandemic still going on, our sport is hurting. We don't need to hurt it anymore. We need to make it fun again. We need to make it more open again. We need to make it more inclusive again. We need to make it more available to those who want to play but don't have the money to play. We need to help them. Anyway, like I said, I've spoken my piece. So, sound off in the comments section, and see you guys in the next one. Later.